everyone. Hi, my travel family. I'm super excited to be here again. I know, yes, that's always my opening line. I'm super excited to be here again. It's been how many days? No, months. Okay. Yes, it's been months since we did the last I did the last post on something, you know. And for those who are just joining us for the first time, this is the space where travel enthusiasts get to get latest information and tips and hacks, concerning the travel world. Okay. So for those who are interested in travels, this is a place for you. Okay. So I've actually done several videos, several. To be honest with you, I've done several videos, but maybe by the time I look at the editing, I don't like it. I'm like, shh. By the time I look at something about it, I'm like, I don't like it, and that will be it. Okay. But this time around, I said I would freestyle. I will say it as it is. Okay, so this time around, I said I would be more of the information because that's what you're here for. Okay, and no matter where I find myself, I will give you the information as soon as as hot as it is. I'll give it to you. Okay, so thank you. It's been work for me all this while. It's been work. For those who are in the travel space, we understand that from January all the way till after summer, it will be it's very busy for us. Okay, so presently I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and I've got a little bit of space, and I said, you know what, my YouTube family, I have to address something that's been on my mind for a very long time, and I feel like I should clarify with you, the things that, because I've gotten questions along this line, and I feel like I should talk about it. It's only fair enough I should talk about it. Okay. And that is okay. Before I dive into the main topic of the day, if you just joined us for the first time, and so far what you've seen and what we do here, that's our mission here, which is to share travel information, give you travel hacks, tips, and updates, then you should be liking this video. Okay, yes, because this is the video that you first saw about us. Okay. You should be liking this video, you should be subscribing just so you get your information when they come, and you should as well be sharing this. Okay. Yes, I think I've lost touch with all those like, subscribe, good thing. Yes, I think I've lost touch, but hey, I'm back, and I'm back for good. Okay. Now I know it's kind of tough right now, not just in Nigeria, not just in your country, wherever you're watching me from, everywhere. Yes, everywhere. I promise you, it's not just where you are. And the thought of migration is actually creeping in for those who never thought they would ever get there. Yes, I see you. You're already thinking about it. And trust me, first thing first, have it at the back of your mind that it's not just you, and it's not just where you are, it is everywhere. Everywhere. Every country is going through one thing or the other. It's just that some countries are better off than the other. Some are managing it well, while some are struggling. Okay, so migration is coming to you, and you might not, you're like, how do I go about this? Where do I go to? What are the things I need to look out for? Okay, so today's video, I'm here to tell you that the safest and the best route when it comes to migration for the average, and maybe for the not too having ones, which most of us fall under right now, is the study pathway. The study pathway has been proven over and over again by many, experienced. This time around, you can go get your statistics, by many, that it's the safest and the best way to come into a society and have a better understanding while you are there legally. Okay, so I'm going to take this again. The study pathway is your best bet. Now, I will tell you why. There are several pathways when it comes to um, migration. Yes, we've seen the investment pathways, and that's for the big wigs, those who have the funds. And most of the time, countries don't deny them, entry. Why? Because they have the funds. Okay? They have the funds. And every country is trying to scale up right now. And here you are coming with lots and lots, huge amounts of money. Who will say no? So it's almost a zero chance of you saying that you won't get that migration you want. You've had some countries lately, like the Americans, the US, yes, they did something recently and said, oh, for people who comes with such amount of money, we're going to give you this. Everybody wants something to boost what they have so they could improve their situation. It goes back to that thing I said. Everybody's going through something right now, okay? So it goes back to just to boost their situation. The UK has theirs, the investment pathway. Many countries have things like that. In fact, almost all the countries I know have it because they're saying, come invest with us. It's a very good opportunity for you. Invest with us, come in and all that. But how many of us have that kind of money? Let's be honest with ourselves. How many of us have that kind of money to spend? Yet your desire is to migrate, okay? So that investment pathway, it's definitely not for most of us, okay? And we've had the work route. Now, the work route has its limitations, okay? Because the work route is the route where you get to meet certain criterias, placed by the immigrations of a country before you can come in. Now, remember, that work route, have it at the back of your head, that you're a threat to those living in that country. Now, the immigration system that is put in place would make sure that before you bring in an alien to us, make sure you've searched within to certify that nobody inside meets your criteria before you go outside. Okay? Many people don't know this. And that is where the fraudulent thing in migration comes in. People come with different stories and lying to people, okay? That they can give them work visa. You just go meet a random agent and say, oh, I'm looking for work visa. What kind of work? It's a process. Until you know that, you will know peace. It's a process. Did you meet the criteria? And yes, if you do, were you interviewed by the organization? That's a total different discussion for another day. Okay, but I'll just give you a brief. Did you meet the criteria? Yes, you did meet the criteria. Were you interviewed? This organization, why are they employing you? Is there a shortage in their country that they cannot get enough persons to meet, to occupy that space? Why are they reaching out? Okay, do your research, check, and all that. And yes, after that phase, except certain fields where it's already glaring that they need them, and the work pathway might just be it for them. And you are under an organization, okay? It doesn't give you flexibility in that landing phase, okay? It doesn't give you that much flexibility. You're restricted to a particular organization, you're with them, and you just have to abide by their rules, and you can't change jobs just like that. It's a process, okay? And so if you don't meet that criteria or those requirements, the work pathway might still not be your best bet. And many of us don't even meet them, okay? So for the few who do, lucky us. But again, how many people do? And this has finally led me to my topic of the day, which is the study route. The study route is the best and safest route for anyone who wants to migrate into society. Okay? You might have been told this, but with this study route, when I mean this, I mean you might have been told several things. Oh, this place is the best, this place is the this, this place is the da 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 da. But the study route will help you understand certain things and even make solid decisions. Okay? Now, why did I say the study route is the best route for even yourself, myself, and those who are on average or below average? Now, the study route comes in different formats. We have those that you have to pay your school fees before you come. And now, the different categories. Now, if you have a budget, you might have to look towards countries that fall within your budget range. For instance, I know in Italy, their school fees can be as low as 1,000 euros. Okay? Please, yes, do your research. Okay? For some countries, their school fees can be ranging within 5,000 euros to 10, around that axis. And again, for those who even don't have the money, because even if you say 1,000 euros, some people still don't have it. It's not a big deal. Yes, it's life, okay? Now, if you fall in that category that you don't have anything, we have the fully funded scholarship. And I promise you, lots of people have migrated through that means. Fully funded scholarship simply means they will pay your fees, they will give you accommodation, they will even give you stipends, yes, to stay in their country, to maintain yourself. Okay? So, don't play with that. We have partially funded. So for those who have, maybe I have 1,000, I don't have 2,000, and the school fees is 3,000. Partially funded means somebody or the school they've bear a part of your expenses and you're just left to do certain things. Okay? So, that aspect of finance, the study route has answered it. You have certain amounts, yes, you go through the study route and then you come into the country. Okay? The aspect of you don't have money that is enough, you can go through the fully funded or partially funded option. And for those who don't have at all, you just go for the fully funded. Okay? And keep trying. It's a good bet. You can hardly be scammed via this process because, again, if you work with credible organizations, the chances that you would get yourself in trouble is pretty low. Okay? But now, this is just me giving you an introduction of why the study route remains a better option. Okay, so I've listed out certain things that you would need to consider, why you are making your assessment of what I'm saying. Okay, so when it comes to the study system, the study route, okay, there are little or no barriers. Okay, apart from visas that might be an issue, you can gradually migrate into this country, through the schooling system to understand what this society is all about. Okay, you just practically need your admission, your finance, that is if you're not fully funded, and sometimes prove that you can speak the language to communicate. So the barriers are not as much as you have in other means of migration, which is the investment, the work route, and stuff. Okay, so there are little barriers or little hurdles to really cross, which almost all of us meet. Even if you finished, you just wrapped up secondary school, you can go for first degree, there's second degree, there's like that, third degree, and all that. Okay, again, you are coming into that country legally. You are not coming, for those who migrate with visa, please. This is a sign saying don't try it. You're just going for suffering. Yeah, this is me trying to tell you. as it is. You're just going to stress out yourself. You're just going to waste a larger amount of time doing things you are not meant to do because you went visiting on a visit visa, or you migrated on a visit visa. Let me put it that way. Okay, so the study route gives you that legal standing to be in a country, to study. And while you are legally in that country, it would also help you understand the people, the culture, what they said about this country. Is it true? It will help you integrate without stress, because as you are schooling, you are meeting people from diverse race. You're given certain privileges. Okay, while you come in, she's a student, he's a student. They respect you, and they treat you with care, and sometimes you even get things highly discounted. For those who are schooled abroad, they understand what I mean. You get a lot of things highly discounted. Yes, I promise you. You get a lot of things highly discounted. Some schools, some countries will give you free bus usage, where you can move from one place to the other without paying a thing if you're to go through the public route. It is, I promise you, it's a beautiful way to integrate. Okay? That being said, it also gives you an opportunity to work and earn. Yes, visits will not give you that. You'll be doing things under the table. Work permit would restrict you to a particular place. Yes, unless you want to migrate. But with study, you can pick anything you like as long as you're qualified, or as long as your employer deems you fit to be there. Pick whatever job you like, and if you're not okay, you say, "Oh, I don't want. I'm moving next." Like that, like that, like that, and nobody can tie you down because you're not having papers, or because they brought you in from their country, so you have to restrict yourself to this pattern of life, or you have to do this, or you have to be a slave or a semi-slave in the guise of work permit and stuff, or working route. You came through working route, if you understand what I mean. So the study route gives you that, privilege. You're working, you're doing this, you can change jobs, you can earn while you're there. Okay, the study route also helps you when it comes to finding pathways. Okay, so I would say this for those who are just following me. I've always said this: before you go to a country, do a bit of research. Yes, do a bit of research. Research if that country you're going to, because every penny spent is something. Okay, so if you're going to a particular country, research if there is a pathway. Meet with consultants that will be honest with you. Thank God for YouTube. Lots of people testify on certain things. Some countries, come to this country. Some countries don't have anything for you. Forget about those big names. Do your research. Some countries will tell you after you're done, go back. There is no pathway at this point. For most countries, for some countries, not most countries. Pardon me, I'm being careful with my language here. Okay, you have to be very careful. Do your research, do your due diligence, and be sure of what you're doing. You can't be 100% sure though, but do your due diligence. Okay. So the good thing is that when you work for an organization, because you have the work permit, they could retain you after school if the country allows it. Okay, so study route gives you that opportunity to meet different employers and prove your worth while you are there as a student, and that could just land you your first temporary resident permit after school. Okay, and it gives you, and you're sure that This job is not a fake job, it's a real job because you've been there, you've seen it, you've worked there, and you went through the process before you got employed. And it gives you the opportunity to prove your worth to your employer. So your employer would even, not somebody that just said because of this person or just a CV, they've seen, they've experienced you, they know you. So you see, don't joke with that. Study route gives you that opportunity. Study route also gives you, for those who want to migrate to their family, some countries allow that while studying. Research those countries and look towards that line if that is yours, your goal, moving your entire family, for those who are married and have kids and have spouses and stuff. So you might want to go for countries that allow that. And even if they don't, some countries will tell you after school and you get a job, you can then bring in the family. So the study route is very flexible and very diverse. You can enjoy a lot of things through that route. Okay, so please, 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 don't get trapped, don't get discouraged, don't get sad because you've been trying and trying and trying and trying, because, or you think because you don't have the funds you can't move, or people have, stolen from you because you're desperate. Always remember that it's not rosy everywhere. Okay, it's not rosy out there. Always have that at the back of your mind, and also remember that the study route can help you. Somebody would ask me, what if I'm not that school? Study route, you require certificates and all that to go in. Trust me, do your research. There are schools that are for artisans, yes, and they exist. Do your research. You can get yourself in such schools, yes, based on interest. They would employ you because you're interested in cooking, because you're interested in this. You might just need to do some brush up certifications that will not require you to go through a full-time school before you get there. Okay, and there are many organizations like that, many schools, there are many technical schools like that. Do your research. So it is not by if you have WAEC or if you have a school living certificate of something of some sort, do your research. Somebody is willing to take you somewhere, and you can use that means and integrate. Trust me, even those artisans and all those, in quotes, labor jobs are the job that you go study, are the jobs that even keeps you easily in most countries. Yes, they keep you easily in most countries. Okay, so on that note, I hope I've been able to tell you one or two things that proves that study route still remains your best bet. And for those who say they don't know how to get scholarships and all that, okay, I would try and see if I could make referrals in my subsequent videos, okay, so that you can gain from that, okay. But also know that whatever information anyone is passing out there, do your research to authenticate it, at least to a level that you are comfortable with, so that when you're moving, you're not moving in ignorance, or somebody's not coming to sell something that is not true to you. You're moving with full knowledge. Okay? And ciao ciao.